This time I got another VCR, and this one's Hitachi. Of course, Hitachi didn't make this. This is long past the Hitachi era. Now, Hitachi used to be a good manufacturer of VCRs, and they made very reliable units. They were sold under the RCA brand name for many years. In that period when RCA switched from Panasonic, they went to Hitachi, then they went back to Panasonic in their later years. But they made good machines. This is Hitachi only in name. I believe this one's actually a Funai. Let's check it out. I have a VCR that came from the Salvation Army thrift store for $19.99, and I've been offered $20 to see if I can fix this. So apparently it's making noises. So before I even power it up, we'll remove the top cover. This is a Hitachi. Now, Hitachi got infamously renamed Hibachi in the broadcast world for their FP40 video camera that could be used as an ENG camera or in a studio. We used to call it a Hibachi because it got hot enough to fry an egg. Here's the inner workings of this Hibachi. It even has a DVD player. This is a combination DVD player and VCR. I think it's got a DVD in it. It's a model number DV PF74. It'll do MP3, JPEG playback for photos, DVD-R, CD, CDR, and CDR-W compatible. Okay, so let's see what's going on with this one. I haven't plugged it in yet. I'm told the problem is with the VCR portion. So it's plugged in. It's got power. It does have power. It's lighting up. Power. Okay, got a picture on the screen, and I can switch the output between the VCR and the DVD player. We'll just press play on the DVD player and confirm that it does play, which it does. It's got a kid's DVD, and that would be pretty normal because the fellow that brought it to me has it for his kids, and he collects VHS tapes for his kids. So let's switch it over to VCR, and let's just see what this one does. Does that chassis look familiar? It does, kind of. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen any of this stuff. Well, I shouldn't say I've seen any of this stuff. It's been a while since I worked on this for a living. Is this a Funai? This looks like it could be a Funai chassis. Oh yes. Yes, I know the problem. And the picture, of course, is, well, you hear it squeaking away there? And of course, that picture is going to continue to get worse. This is stiction. This is what happens on these machines of this vintage because of the plastic in them. When tapes start to lose their oxide and it starts to stick to the plastic parts, not so much the metal parts, the plastic parts. In fact, my Toshiba DVD recorder combo VHS sitting in my office is doing exactly the same thing. Actually, mine's even worse. Mine had a bad tape go through it, and mine won't even play. It just shows a freeze frame. It sticks so bad because I put a bad tape through it, a tape that really needed to get baked before I used it. So the good news on this is it just needs a good cleaning. And that's all that's wrong with this one. So let's just remove the tape. I'll show you guys where the fault is. First things first though, you see it's got this stupid felt cleaner that is putting on more dirt than it's actually removing. So let's just take this thing out of here. As you can see, that is putting more dirt onto the head drum than it's taking off. And this has actually gotten sticky. This is where the noise is coming from. This has gotten sticky. It might not be a bad tape. Well, it would be a bad tape because of this. This is starting to the point where it's deteriorating. It feels sticky. You look at it, if I squish it, it doesn't return back to its normal shape. It stays squished. And that's because the rubber, the foam rubber on here is shot. And what's been happening is the foam rubber has been leaving a film on the upper drum, where it makes contact with it, and when the tape goes through there, that crap gets onto the tape, and then that crap ends up, well, right there. That's a plastic roller, or it's not a roller, it's just a fixed guide. That is where the noise is coming from. Now, when they use metal guides, we didn't have so much of a problem, but the plastic ones tend to pick up that crap from the tape, and it squeaks. And that noise you heard, that was actually coming from this. So let's clean it. Go get some, I think I got some alcohol in here. Got a Q-tip here too, excellent. Well, we'll just do that right now. We'll clean the metal post and the plastic post, and we'll even clean the heads. Thought I heard somebody knocking at the door. I've got a Bose CD player on its way in from a local customer, and they're supposed to be here like anytime. I'm going to clean the drum. I'm not going to put the Q-tip anywhere near the heads, so I'm just want to try to get any material off of here. Now I'm going in the area where the heads are, but I'm not passing over the heads. I'll do this with my paper as well, but I just wanted to try to get any of the major contamination off of here first. As you can see, it's yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's really bad. But it's an easy fix. Like a nice easy fix that I make 20 bucks on, and I'm not kidding you. That's what I'm making on this. I'm making 20 bucks on this thing. But for cleaning, that's fine. We used to charge 30 bucks to clean the heads like years ago, but now it seems to be the accepted cost is 20. Everything should be dry now. Nice and quiet. No more problem with the picture. No more pie crusting, as we called it. The picture squiggling. And there's the picture. So that was shot on 4K video, and it was sped up on post to make a time lapse from video. Normally when I've done time lapse, I've done it with my DSLR and just done one frame every 5 seconds and then assembled all the still images together. In this case, that was shot on a video camera, shot on my AX100, and it was sped up in post. Incidentally, that's just the tape. The tape itself has got some damage. That's what's caused that. There we go. It should clear up. You'll see all the creases go by there. Anyway, this one's good. Make sure all the other functions work. Go to fast forward. Rewind. Play. Oops, that's not play, that's fast forward. This is play. Forward search. Got locks on forward search, reverse search, lock on reverse search, back to play, and remove the tape. I'll send this one on its way. It just needed to be cleaned. You saw how much dirt came off of that that guide and the heads and the pinch roller. It was pretty dirty. There's what came off the heads after I pre-cleaned the drum, the portion away from the heads. That's still what came off the heads. So yeah, but again, this machine, it's used to play kids tapes, so that can be expected. Kids tapes were the worst, because especially the old rental tapes, because while they were played in machines that were not necessarily maintained properly. Going back to like the 90s, right? 80s and 90s when people had VCRs. What they typically did is they had two VCRs. They had a VCR that they had on the family TV that they used for recording and playing and so forth. And then the kids came along and wanted to play kids' tapes. And the parents didn't want the kids watching their nice expensive Sony Trinitron or whatever they had for a TV, so they got an old TV and put it in the family room and took the old VCR and put it on the family room TV, and then bought a nice new VCR for their Trinitron in their media room. And a lot of kids' tapes ended up in those second VCRs just for that very reason, because the tapes themselves tended to get played over and over and over and get worn out, and the rentals were bad. Because, again, people would rent the kids' tapes and play them for a bit and then get some more and play them and so forth, and the tapes tended to get a lot more wear and tear, plus little sticky fingers touching the tapes and feeding chicken bones and grilled cheese sandwiches into the machines. Yes, that did happen. You know, everyone thinks it's a joke, but it wasn't a joke. We used to love American Express, I think it was. I think that was the company, the credit card company. They ran commercials, you know, showing their extended warranty, which incidentally, half the time they didn't pay. Commercials would be like, oh yeah, the kids put a grilled cheese sandwich, they slid it right in to a VCR, right? And, you know, talking about their extended warranty that they had with their card. They'll fix it, you know, they'll double the warranty and stuff. Well, in reality, that really wasn't exactly true. I remember in many cases we dealt with this type of stuff, and people would come in, oh, I bought this on my American Express card, and they're doubling the warranty, and our attitude was, that's nice, but we'll give you the bill for the repair, and you can go back to American Express and claim the money back. And the customer's like, no, they're telling me that you guys put the bill paperwork through. And our response to that was, well, they can tell you anything they want, but here's the catch. We give you your machine for free and send the bill to American Express, and then they deny the claim. Then who's out the money? Not you, I am. So if you want me to fix it, I'll fix it, and I'll give you a receipt for it, and you can go back to American Express and you can fight them. And I'll charge you shop rates, not what they think that they're going to pay. I'll charge you regular shop rates. Because those extended warranties weren't worth the paper they were written on, and the paper itself wasn't worth much. It wasn't just American Express, it was any of the extended warranty companies. Getting them to pay out after the fact was like pulling teeth. And that's why so many of the independent servicers just absolutely hated them. We hated anybody that brought extended warranties in, because trying to claim from these companies, if the company even existed by that point, was next to impossible. So we used to tell people, yep, you pay us up front and you go back and chase after them for your money. I heard from many people that it was not the easiest thing to do. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.